So now here we are, and we're just going to begin to drop into our bodies for your guided meditation. Now, remembering your breath, that's going to help move the emotional body out of the tissue, which will then quiet the mind, because when we move this, we quiet quiet the mind, we quiet the tension around the brain, the nervous system. And it allows us to be more connected to that intuition, that discernment, to be able to drop into that liminal space. So breathing in through your nose, just begin to feel that sigh drop through the center. No judgments about where it lands. So even if it lands at mid-sternum, inhale and sigh. Keeping that going, inhale and sigh. Feel the back of your throat. Notice maybe the wetness coming to the back of the throat, that mucus, and give it a little cough exhale, like there you guys go. Inhale, and that's just brush it past the back of the throat. Good job. Good job, you guys. Remember, depth equals density. So the more you let go of the exhale, allow it to drop, it's going to fall deeper into the tissue. So remember, you're like nature. You are nature. So if you think of the earth and the core at the center, how much heat is there in the center? As you release, you may feel more heat on that exhale. You may feel it in the cheeks. And then you may feel a coolness after as it leaves. Again, just allow yourself to feel the breath come in and simply sigh out. Now, anytime you're starting to meditate, be it in a class, be it in the morning, night, whenever you do it, sometimes people just simply close their eyes and they're like, I'm having so much trouble dropping in. Well, it's almost like you close your eyes into the internal circus going on in the mind. So you first want to do these breaths, kind of quiet the mind. Remember, you're moving the energy out, which, think of energy, it's static. And so think of how that can be on the mind. So when you're meditating, or when you go to meditate, if you can do some of your exhales to kind of drop away, move some of the tension, quiet the mind, it'll help you sink into your meditations. The other thing you can do is you find a focus point outside of yourself. And you just focus there. And by looking outside of yourself, you can begin to see inside of yourself. It's literally seeing the exhale fall, heal whichever organ, whichever system, whichever area you're trying to go. You feel it wash through past the sternum, past that costal arch of the rib cage, that lower aspect. And it drops through the abdomen like a waterfall. And as I come over you, just perhaps you already, wherever you are in the room, whenever you're watching this, just even feeling my hand over your head, feeling the crown begin to open, allowing the tension to leave. Begin to soften your lips, creating no resistance in that exhale. So that when you're in your meditation, when the lips are slightly parted, just like an infant, when an infant's breathing and their little lips are parted, they have the little smile. Just no resistance, just keep falling in. Begin to feel the mat underneath you, the floor, the earth. You could be floating in a plane, listening, and feel the earth below you. Your energy. You can connect with that energy. It's the same way you can close your eyes and feel yourself being wherever you want. It's like having a sick loved one somewhere and closing your eyes and feeling your hand reach for them. Or just someone needing you and feeling your arms wrap around them and breathing with them. It could be a stranger. It's a prayer. It's love. It can cut through time and space. Allow the jaw to continue to soften. Begin to notice the heaviness of the arms, the legs. Notice where you begin to go in this silence, where you begin to walk, where your thoughts begin to go. Notice if they go to something that's been on your mind, person, place, thing. Notice yourself wrapping it in a bubble of white light. Maybe you even take your hand and see your hand like wave over and a white light surround them. Begin to find yourself in a sweet space. If you notice any commotion around you, begin to find that just sort of a gentle sigh that each time you breathe in, it's like you hear it, but as you exhale, it gets further away. Continuing to come back to the center of you. Inhaling, sighing out. Notice the heaviness of the sternum beginning to fall. releasing, finding the weight of it, press the lungs, the chest. As you begin to walk, what do you see surrounding you? What environment are you in? Are there trees? Water? Perhaps you've even taken yourself to the stars, a different planet. What peace do you feel in this stillness? Is it uncomfortable to be alone in this space? If you feel any discomfort, allow yourself to take an inhale and simply sigh. So often we define loneliness as discomfort, bad. And often the reflection is, how can we find that best friend to self, that when we are in the quiet, when we are in a space of alone, which sometimes looks like if we don't have a partner, if maybe we've moved away and we're away from family, that suddenly loneliness is equated as bad versus how magical and wonderful that I have this time to find me, to be with me. Not judging it for how many days, months, weeks, years, but more a reflection on looking back for you, your evolvement, your growth, your continued evolvement. Often we stay on that horizontal line of our human existence, looking around, what's everyone else doing, where should I be at, what do others say I should be doing? And we're looking at this measurement like a measuring stick that doesn't even exist, that we create, forgetting that we were created so beautifully, perfectly, to find this light, this love within, to journey, traverse, to, yes, have this human experience that shows us things, invites us to see things, triggers us, to continue looking, cracking open those layers, to continue coming within, to remembering the light and love that you are, and then just taking it into life. So in those moments of quiet, how can we begin to find that as like the most beautiful gift of time with self? Of where you've come, that reflection. So as you continue to walk in this space, can you take a breath in? Can you feel that love within? Can you allow yourself to just take a moment to feel joy in your heart, to feel peace, to know how much love is there, that exists within self, not quantified by the external, but by the capacity and fullness to see it within, and then seeing without. Seeing how much it surrounds you in the trees, in the laughter of children, in the beauty of the flowers, the water, the joy. even in the beauty of the challenging, and where it invites us to, where it invites shift and change. Now I would love for you to continue to find your walk, but this time, begin to see yourself looking down and seeing a path form. What does your path look like? Does it have dirt, gravel? Perhaps you notice the trees surrounding you on your path. The foliage, the large, beautiful leaves, green. Seeing the vining within, your right hand reaches over to simply touch. Feel it between your thumb and your index finger. You reach over for the white flower, peeking through the earth to the right of it. Allowing the fragrance to fill your nasal passages, feeling it fill through your eyes, your head. You begin to walk. As you walk forward, you begin to notice someone meeting you up ahead. Who do you see? Who are you bringing along with you to walk with? Who walks with you? Who do you bring on this silent walk? Today happens to be the first day of Lent. When we think about those 40 days, of even Christ walking alone, what he met, the challenges, difficulties, within and without. How many times our own inner thoughts, our fears come up for us. And then externally, and then finding that grounding, that remembrance of who we are. The same way, like Jesus meeting the devil. Sometimes we've had this coming up a lot lately in visits. Sometimes even being pulled away into our thoughts of, am I enough? Did I do the right thing? Did I say the right thing? Am I going on this path okay? It's like taking you off that guidepost of God, trust, love, and groundedness. And when we come off that guidepost to have those thoughts, that's where expansion begins, because those thoughts are our fears. So we're taking those fears and we're alchemizing them to love and trust. It's like having a ball of shadow and you just turned it to light. So have grace with yourself in those moments when you're walking this journey. You can feel alone with your thoughts, feel alone with maybe something said outside of you, and then you come back to center. You come back to that God, love, trust, groundedness. So here you are on that path. And now who do you bring with you to walk with you? And where are you walking together? What are you beginning to release? What fears? What are you alchemizing to love? So allow yourself to just simply walk. Take yourself wherever it is. Sit when needed. But take this beautiful, holy cheerleader of love with you. When you feel your chest perhaps feeling tight by what perhaps moves, release. In your space, just feel your breath rise up and sigh over it. Allowing yourself to simply move and be. You have time. Do not rush yourself. Sit when needing to give questions to what you want to release, to perhaps what you're asking for help for on those journeys of inwardness, wisdom, guidance. Allow this to be yours. So with your friend beside you, taking each other's hands together, your friend asks you to hand the most challenging thing you're having to release, to let go of, to hand over. If it's a person, if it's an experience with a person, could you see yourself handing this person over allowing their energy to be released, the experience to be released? Could you give yourself permission to allow yourself to come back to wholeness? Whatever emotions are held in that space, could you allow yourself permission to hand that over? To release yourself, releasing the energy of that experience, that being. Not only are you making yourself whole again, but you allow them to be whole again. Sometimes we hold on to things because it's like we want to know that some sort of karma is going to be taken care of some sort of balance. Versus trust just says, I release, I hand over, and I trust all will be taken care of, because first and foremost, it's about you. It's about you being holy and whole again. And sometimes where we hand over those things to God, to Jesus, our guides, whoever it is for you, whoever walks with you, and in that act of love to self, and freeing yourself from the experience, not only is that an incredible act of love to self, but to the lesson you may have had from the experience, how it changed you, shifted you, to choose you, to remember the light of who you are, to release. We hold on, we have memories because it reminds us why we keep showing up for self. It reminds us to look at that aspect of self and really tell that part of ourself, like, gosh, you were brave. Gosh, that was a challenging thing you went through. But look where we are. Memories aren't there to torture us. They're simply there to remind us why we keep showing up in that guidepost of love. Why we keep showing up in that light of remembering who we are. Not for external validation. Because at the end of the day, when you birth out of these bodies, it was never about the who, what, where, why, when, but how it brought you to you. We have that horizontal line of experience to go inward on the vertical line. It's like having a challenging experience and absolutely feeling hurt, feeling sadness, feeling whatever emotion, but then going vertical and going, what am I supposed to learn from this? No, I am not those words. No, I am not that experience. Go inward and what it teaches us, how we grow from it, who we remember who we are. And then We let the teacher go. We let the teacher go. There you go. Coming back into our wholeness. And on the greater, higher aspects of ourselves, remembering that in the end, we want the highest good for all those. To find that light within. So as you begin to finish up your walk, perhaps you have your space of gratitude, your space of departing words, allowing yourself to take a moment to ask for any wisdom, any guidance, but especially that space of gratitude, the remembrance that even if you were in the most chaotic energy surrounding you, that you can close your eyes and you can be right back here. You can be in this peace. So finishing up, your hands begin to pull away from each other. You begin to walk. Walking back past those trees, the white flowers. Perhaps your fingers brush, this time on the left side. Feeling them connecting, grounding back in. Coming back through your space. Wherever you went, wherever you took yourself to. Perhaps you take yourself back. Just finding a space there. A space to just sit. To maybe feel the sun upon you, the moon upon you. Feeling its energy, its healing. It's even thinking about all that energy happening right now, astrologically. But truly thinking about, yes, we shed the snake, yes, we come into that horse year, pulling us, inviting us forward, releasing. But most importantly, it's really understanding that spiritual energy we're in right now, the energy of that Mercurian planet of communication. And just as we started, how do we talk to ourselves when we're in this release, when we're in this letting go? When we're watching a world seem like it's fighting and crumbling at times, how do we stay so grounded at center to stay in that space of love, of knowing we don't have to become that energy? It pulls us off to alchemize it to love as you come back to center. Remembering back in. So as we're flowing through this beautiful energy, this time as it's releasing, we're able to be really in truth with it. From a deeper space, there's a difference of being with it externally, but really taking it internally and feeling it to the core, feeling the truth. Feeling that light within you. the more you become discerning of the energy and how it shifts within you, and you're able to find that grounding, you're able to find that peace, you're able to feel this shift but come back to center. That's how you're able to flow in a greater grounding with the external changes that happen. So slowly just taking a breath in and just sighing out. Allowing the beads to wash over you. Beginning to bring you back into this space and onto your mat. Onto your seat, wherever you're at. Feel them wash over your head, your arms, down through the chest, hips, legs. Even if they're not physically on you, I invite you to feel it over your head, your chest, your arms, down through the belly, the hips, the legs, the feet. Inhale into your chest as you feel it opening up, releasing over your head, your chest, your arms, your hands, chest, belly, hips, legs, feet. Feel it over your head, your chest. Feel your throat. Exhale out the back of your throat like as it opens your throat. Washes down your arms, through your legs, your feet. Breathing all the way down. Coming over your head again, your neck. Exhaling out the back of the throat. Feel it wash down your arms, your hands, chest, belly, hips, legs, feet, and release. Beautiful job. One more time. Feel it over the head. Everyone open your throat like a circle at the bottom and just like you're fogging in the mirror. Good job. Down the shoulders, the arms, chest, belly, hips, legs, feet. Beautiful, you guys. Everyone inhale and just sigh at center. Like ah. Inhale through the chest. Open the back of the throat, sigh through center. Inhale in the chest, sigh through center. Readying yourself for the sound of the gong to wash through you. Releasing, so on these guided meditations, they're releasing, lifting, healing. And so it comes up to the surface like static energy. The sound healing then helps wash it away with your breath. It carries it like sound waves and the static energy that you've lifted out deep within. Good job, you guys. And again, remembering depth equals density. So when you feel the back of the throat, just cough, exhale, give it space to go. Just take a breath into your chest and sigh out. And then as slowly as you can, remember keeping the physicality and that light body of yours together. Just find yourself rolled over to your left side. And just take a moment there. Like that fetal-like position starting back. We always talk about in our classes, death and rebirth. Even your meditations are like a death and rebirth. Each breath you take, each inhale is the invitation to an exhale, which is the invitation to release, to surrender. That remembrance, the first thing you do when you enter this world is that inhale. Think of a baby that gasps to take that breath, to shift, to get to know this new world they've entered in. That's what you do when you take that breath and you alchemize the energy, turning it from shadow to light. Or that magical phrase, I gift you all with that whoosh whoosh. That whoosh whoosh. And take a moment to have gratitude for self, for the walk you had and the love that walked with you. To self, and what an honor it is to spend time alone with yourself. What a gift to remember back in, to continue awakening back in to that best friend to self. So I'm going to slowly allow you, just take your time to come up to seated. I'm going to turn the lights on. You can either grab your journal if you want. You can just stay in stillness for a little bit with a gong, or do both. And in your own time, taking this magical self out into the world. Grounded again, but still in that sort of space that you can write, that you can flow. Gratitude for walking together in quiet and space, community. That remembrance we're all walking each other home.